Game 2, the NBA Finals has just ended, and in the end, it was the Miami Heat with the win over Denver Nuggets. To understand how big of a win this was, you gotta realize a few things. Number one, Denver is over 5,000 feet above sea level, so the altitude becomes a big impact because Miami is 6 feet above sea level, so the altitude is not a problem there. It screws with your mind when you're up in the mountains for a good while. You're trying to play basketball, out of breath shortly. You can see Jokic always out of breath. You can't blame him. Number two, the height advantage, and Jokic himself is amazing. So we had to make an adjustment to compete against the Denver's height. And number three, the drought. And the ability and opportunity to protect home court is something that is extremely needed. And you can kind of say it was a miracle. In the end, Miami Heat wins this game 111-108. That's 3 points over. We start off with the first quarter. Miami Heat started off strong. We were actually up 11 points in the first quarter, and we ended up winning that quarter 26-23. Denver, well, they responded big, and we were actually down as many as 15 at one point. So it was, not a good quarter. Third quarter, a little bit better. It was a little bit close. We were only down by, I want to say about 8. But then the fourth quarter, we went back up. Duncan Robinson shooting, Gabe Vincent shooting, Bam Adebayo aggressive to the basket. Let's start off. So finally, Kevin Love has started in this game, and to understand how big this was, remember this: Denver has the height advantage, but if we compete against that for a little bit with Bam's 6'8", Kevin Love is also 6'8", and also with him, even though he's in that age, even though he's 34, he has the NBA Finals experience. Aaron Gordon, Jokic, and Murray don't have NBA Finals experience, but Jokic is playing like he does have experience anyway. My point here is if we need to compete against that height, we got to put it in someone like Kevin Love and Bam Adebayo together. Effectively, it worked. But Kevin Love shooting 2 3-pointers, big ones too. So he has finished off the night with 6 points. Jimmy Butler scoring 21 points, not 21st, 21 points with 9 assists and 4 rebounds. He just missed double-double. Bam comes in clutch. Finally, as bad as he was late in the Boston series, he has picked himself up in the big way, including the ferocious and 1 dunk in the fourth quarter. That puts him up 21 points with 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Kind of flipped with Jimmy Butler's. But the difference between Bam and Jimmy is that Jimmy can shoot a 3-pointer. But Bam, with the size and the height that he has, he is aggressive towards the paint. That is beautiful. Beautiful to see. And to finish that off with the N1 dunk, it's awesome. Gabe Vincent. We need to talk about Gabe Vincent. He has been spot on in this NBA Finals so far, especially Game 2. 4 3-pointers with 23 points. He has more points than all the Heat right now in this game. He had more than Jokic at one point, but of course Jokic would pick himself back up. Max Strus, much better, especially in the first quarter. 4 3-pointers. He has improved himself in a big way. He has hit 4 3-pointers, 14 points, and 6 assists. Much better for Max Strus. And Duncan Robinson off the bench, 2 3-pointers, and those were big 3-pointers, because that is one of the ways where we added insurance off the Gabe Vincent 3-pointer that ultimately put us ahead and never stopped. At that point, the largest lead was 12. And Duncan Robinson coming in and contributing to the points is huge. Highsmith only had 1 rebound, which was an offensive rebound. Caleb Martin, that 1 3-pointer was clutch because Denver had the run coming. Cody Zeller, pretty good. He has made 4 points, and somehow he got it in while guarding Jokic. And Kyle Lowry, 2 3-pointers, 3 assists, 9 points. For Denver, of course, Jokic with the whopping 41 points. 41 points. With 16 field goals, 7 free throws, and that's another thing too. Free throws, we shot 18 out of 20 free throws tonight, compared to Denver with 19 and 22. Jokic with 2 3-pointers, and for a big guy, that's pretty impressive. As he is not to be feared. Jokic not to be feared. As big as he is, and as good of a player he is not to be feared. Because we can somehow get him. Jamal Murray, 18 points with 3 3-pointers. Of course, he is that person. Aaron Gordon can shoot 3-pointers. I didn't know this. 12 points for him. Porter Jr., 5 points. Caldwell Pope. Couple of Pope's mental errors with the defense has come for us big for us. Because not only that put us ahead with Gabe Vincent with the 3-point shots. That was really cool. That was nice. So Gabe Vincent with the free throws as well, and Max Strus as well. So there was a couple errors there from Caldwell Pope, which ultimately helped us in the big way too. But in the end, Denver was coming on a run late in the game. Clock was winding down. Any basket for us is big. Bam comes up big for us, while Denver's run was getting it going. At this point, they were only down by 3 at the end of the fourth quarter. Jimmy Butler trying to shoot a game-securing shot, and he missed. Denver couldn't. They could have called a time. I don't know why they called a timeout. They had 2 left. As much as we did too. They had 2 timeouts left. They didn't call it. They figured, let's go down the court and try to make that shot. Jamal Murray, I believe it was Murray. It might have been Murray. Shooting a 3-pointer with going towards the buzz beater, and he missed. He missed a game-tying 3-pointer, and the clock hit 0. Miami holds on in this game and won this one, 111-108, and series is tied 1-1. To understand how big this was, I already said in the beginning of the video, the height advantage, the altitude, and the ability to play much better at home than the rest of the playoff teams that we stumbled across against in the playoffs in general. And here's a little fun fact. This is the first win in Denver since November of 2016. In 2016, Goran Dragic was part of our team in 2016. Of course, Haslam was still part of the team. James Johnson was also there. Wayne Ellington. Dion Waiters. Like I said, Hassan Whiteside and Derek Williams was also there, as well as, Justice Winslow. So by that point, Dwayne Wade was gone. He's gone off to, I believe he was off to Chicago. I forgot where he went at that point. It might have been Chicago. But yeah, the context of it was, that was a long time ago. Well, I'm talking 7 years in calendar years. 7 years since we have won a game in Denver, Colorado. And with this win, we have an ability to protect home court, play much better at home on Wednesday against Denver, and we're going to perhaps try to win it all. First AC to ever do so. Keep this momentum going. We just might be able to do it against a really formidable opponent like Denver Nuggets. So that's going to do it for this video, folks. If you liked this video, Hit the like button, subscribe for more content because Miami TG has it back. And when he does, he'll be right there with the entertainment you deserve. This is Miami TG. Go Heat. Big win. And I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, everybody.